This video may be more dark mode than usual, so watch out. And this is an Ultrafan analysis of Dateline Season 27, Episode 14. Probably confused, like, hey, what's a peep with thanatophobia doing an analysis on a crime show? Well, this peep just so happened to do a cover of Wicked Games. Yes, you heard that right. The track that she was doing in the little intro was Wicked Games. If you couldn't tell by the instrumental and the cover and the lines. Yeah, so this is a case of a fallen fan peep, guys. I can neither confirm nor deny that KTDR was a day oneer. I mean, they could have been a Kisslander for all we know, because they were still around in 2013. But yeah, I mean, if they were a day oneer, then the gosh darn suspect took a day oneer out the universe. Why'd you take the day oneer fan out of the universe, bro? Like, what? Anyway, so the intrigue of this entire episode came from that cover. Because I overheard it one day, and it took me like 3 years to find it. I'm not kidding. So basically one day in 2022, before August, I overheard this episode. I didn't know that it was this episode at the time because I would always hear like reruns and stuff on the channel. And out the corner of my ear, I'm like, wait a minute. All of a sudden I hear, let me see all that. Like the line, I'm like, wait a minute, is that Wicked Games? And peeps did not believe me, like, whatsoever. They're like, no, you're making it. Like, no. I knew it. It's right there. It's right there. I knew it. Like, it was there the whole time. So, a little expedition looking for it, like, literally skimming through episodes, like, one after the next. And, yeah, so I took a little hiatus, after my first, little, excavation. And, periodically in like 2022, well, obviously 2022, but 2024, 2025, I would think about it, but like not get around to it because I didn't want to have to like do the whole like scrolling and like fast forwarding, loading bars back and forth and like, so this year, 2026, I was like, I'm gonna find this peep. So I did, and I was desperate enough to put a post on r/TOMT. That's how desperate I was. I even asked, like, the electronic generated chat peeps, like GPT and the Google overview, which did not help me at all. And eventually, come May 8th, 2026, there it is. And 3 years of, fan mode disclosure was over. So yeah, without further ado, with a little thing, we're gonna go right into the case, so you might want to sit down for this one. KTDR, the 24-year-old fan who got defeated on August 25th, 2015, or at least was found to be defeated then. For any Weeknd fans out there, you'll know that BBTM dropped on August 28th, 2015. So Superfan 12 did not get to hear BBTM, or Starboy, or My Dear Melancholy, or After Hours, or Dawn FM, or HUT, or timeless. Because somebody had a second peep and was like, oh, let's go battle moding. Darn it, perpetrator! What do you mean second peep? Like, cheater, pumpkin eater, now this dude's a peep defeater? Like, that's not how it goes. Superfan 12 was also in the military. And she did some, like, pretty classified stuff. And they initially thought that, the classified stuff was the reason of her defeat. But it wasn't. My research comes from the most formal place you can get. The Court Peeps of Maryland. Oh, that's my southern border. But yeah, the Department of Court Peeps, I guess, from Maryland, the perpetrator used a, I'll just say, ranged weapon. And used it 3 times. Like, fired with it 3 times. To defeat Superfan 12. Superfan 12 had a small peep, right? You know, because this was her other half, so, like, they had the peep together. The thing about Superfan 12 and her other half is that they were trying to split. And, I think tried to get the army peep equivalent of a restraining order, like, I don't know. And, she basically got defeated by her other half, and then the dude puts the small peep next to Superfan 12, who was like already defeated. Let that sink in. That is the no. Why? Okay, I wonder how long does it, like, how early can peeps remember stuff? Like, I predict maybe like 1 year old is like the earliest. Okay, well, the cheapy Google overview says 2.5 to 3 years, which is good because Superfan 12's offspring was 4 months at the time, and I think they're a teenager now, actually. But we're not worried about how old the peep is, we're worried about Superfan 12. So the perpetrator, he got a life sentence. He is not getting out.
At his sentencing, the judge called Malik Kearney a predator and sentenced him to life, plus another 10 years on top of that.
He also had an accomplice, which is his second peep that he had, who basically was like, here, this is my weapon and my car, take it, kind of thing, presumably, according to the, episode in the, court, thing. The accomplice got, I think it was a 17.
Dolores Delgado was sentenced to 17 years for her part in the crime.
So the accomplice didn't get life behind bars. They got like a lesser sentence, but still, they're an accomplice. Another thing, the episode's title sake, the alibi. The perpetrator left his phone and vehicle. I mean, it was either just somewhere else or with his second peep, to make it look like he was somewhere else, when in reality he was defeating Superfan 12. Yeah, your alibi's not gonna work, buddy. Yep, it's not. Nope. Obviously, like I said, they charged him. It was also classified as a DV case. If you or someone you know is being battle moded in your house, there's peeps and numbers out there. You're not alone in that. There's plenty of peeps that can be of assistance. Oh, I'm not good with these PSAs. And here's the real part. I'm about to go deep for a sec. He tried to make it look like Superfan 12 was messed with in the creepy peep way that you have to notify peeps about kind of way. Which she wasn't, thank gosh. He just, how like sometimes criminal peeps, they make the scene look like an accident, or like the person pulled the dark mode or something. In this case, he made it look like the peep got messed with. And that's just a low blow, because you have that on top of him putting the small peep next to her, plus, oh yeah, my phone's gonna make it look like I'm over here, but I'm actually over here. Yeah, I know. This peep is weird, and why I'm not sure why he did that. But yeah, and now, Superman 12 is getting honor stats by her peeps and all that, and per episode outro, they show that they put a recording of her doing a track in a plushy bear to give to her small peep, which is pretty honorable for sure. It was the Sunshine track. You are my sunshine. You know, like that, if it were Wicked Games, I would have lost it. I only really touched on this whole thing is because, of the peep just so happened to cover Wicked Games. And, like, there can be, like, thousands and thousands of peeps that have moved on, per se, and you don't know their status. Like, I don't know, because they're, like, strange, you know what I mean? But this peep, we know. Got a little bit of insight, because their Wicked Games cover just was used in the episode. I mean, they probably used it, was like, oh yeah, they like singing. Yeah. They do the narration, and it just, like, the narration cuts out, the music cuts out, and gives, like, 5 seconds of just free reign for her to go, let me see all that. I mean, I'm glad that she did do a censored version, because I would have felt weird cropping it out, because, like I said, I don't do bleeps in my vids. You guys probably know this. So her doing the censor barred version, I don't have to crop it out, and also if I did, it would just seem like the clip is already short, having to shorten it more by censoring it, and, like, dishonoring the cover, I guess, like, in a way. So yeah, that's Superfan 12, guys. HCLR. Now I really wish that we had a full version of that cover. I mean, I have a cover. I mean, it's a parody, though. Oh, I don't know if it's a bad idea to plug my spoof in here, because it feels morally, like, cheapy to plug my happy-go-lucky time parody version. And you know what? If you really want to go watch my Wicked Games spoof, just wait a bit. You can't go from, like, some dark mode to some random track like that, okay? So, how about the real version? Have an honor sesh jam sesh for Superman 12. I've done it. I don't know where I'm going with this. I mean, I don't really do these kinds of things. It could be my last analysis of a show like this, because, my graphic sensitivity and like, dark mode sensitivity. If you want to hear, like, the full detail, just watch the episode, because you're not going to get them from me, that's for sure. I am the least graphic descriptor you're probably going to get. So if you want to know, like, how they got the FBI peeps to find the weapon and stuff and all that, there's a whole episode, nearly an hour long episode, like roughly 40 minutes. You're not going to get the full crime status from me. You're getting the fallen fan peep tribute aspect on my half. If you want, like, the crime peep stuff, go watch the episode. Before we go, I do have to do one thing first. Finish the cover. Only boys enough. Only boys enough. Whoa, 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 whoa.